feeling exhausted by hustle culture and constant mental overload. On Mobility Method, we're unlocking the surprising Zen principles that skyrocket productivity not by grinding harder, but by working with calm focus and effortless flow.
If you want sharper concentration, less stress, and dramatically better results, this is where your transformation begins. We've all been there.
You have a massive to-do list, a dozen tabs open, your phone is buzzing every few minutes,
And by the end of the day, you feel like you've been running a marathon but haven't actually moved forward.
This is the dark side of modern productivity. We're told to do more, be faster, and always be on. But this approach leads to burnout, scattered focus, and a constant state of low-level anxiety. We're busy, but are we truly effective? The answer, for most of us, is no. We're mistaking motion for progress, and it's draining our energy, creativity, and joy. It's a system designed for machines, not for humans. But what if there was another way? A way to be incredibly productive, sharp, and creative without the grind.
This is where the wisdom of Zen comes in. The Zen shift is about moving from a mindset of frantic doing to one of calm, intentional being.
True efficiency doesn't come from pushing harder against resistance.
It comes from stillness, clarity, and deep present moment awareness.
Imagine a river. It doesn't force its way through mountains.
It flows around them,
Effortlessly finding its path. That's the kind of productivity we're aiming for: powerful, natural, and sustainable.
It's about working with your mind, not against it.
By cultivating a calm inner state, you create the foundation for peak outer performance.
The first, and perhaps most powerful, Zen principle we can apply is the art of single-task mastery.
In Japanese culture, there's a concept called Ichigo Ichie, which translates to one time, one meeting. It means treating every moment and every encounter as a unique, unrepeatable event that deserves your full attention.
In our work, this means focusing on one single task at a time.
No multitasking.
No checking emails while writing a report. No scrolling through social media during a meeting.
When you give one task your undivided focus, you enter a state of deep work, or flow, where your mind is sharp, your creativity is unlocked, and you produce your best work in a fraction of the time. So let's try it right now.
I want you to take a 5-minute intense focus challenge.
Pick one small task you've been putting off.
Maybe it's replying to that one important email, or outlining the first paragraph of a document.
Set a timer for just 5 minutes.
For those 5 minutes, your entire world is that one task.
No distractions.
If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. When the timer goes off, notice how much you accomplished and how clear you feel. You just practiced Ichigo Ichie.
This isn't about working longer.
It's about working deeper.
Now, let's talk about what you do when you're not working.
The modern hustle mindset tells us that breaks are for the weak.
But Zen wisdom teaches the opposite. Intentional pauses are not a waste of time. They are essential for restoring your mental energy.
Think of a master archer.
They don't just keep firing arrows one after another. They draw the bow, aim, release, and then they pause.
They breathe.
They reset.
This pause is where they gather their strength and focus for the next perfect shot. Your brain works the same way. Short, mindful breaks throughout the day are crucial.
Step away from your screen.
Stretch your body.
Look out a window and just observe what you see without judgment. Take 5 deep, slow breaths.
These small resets prevent mental fatigue, restore your creativity, and allow you to return to your work with renewed attention and clarity. Don't see breaks as stopping work. See them as part of the work itself.
This leads us to another beautiful Japanese concept, ma.
Ma is often translated as a gap, a pause, or the space between. In music, it's the silence between notes that gives the melody its power. In art, it's the negative space that makes the subject stand out. In our work and our lives, ma is the silent gap where our best thinking happens. Have you ever struggled with a problem for hours, only to have the solution pop into your head while you are taking a shower or going for a walk? That's ma in action. Your brain needs that unstructured, empty space to connect ideas, solve complex problems, and generate creative insights.
By constantly filling every second with information and tasks, we choke out the space for brilliance.
So, schedule ma into your day. Go for a walk without headphones. Sit in silence for a few minutes. Let your mind wander.
It's in this emptiness that true innovation and problem solving are born. Now, let's bring this into the digital world. Our computers and phones are often the biggest sources of distraction and mental clutter. If we want to cultivate a Zen-like focus, we need to clean up our digital dojo.
A dojo is a place of immersive learning and practice, and your digital workspace should be treated with the same respect. Start by reducing the number of tabs you have open. Each open tab is a decision you haven't made, an open loop that drains a tiny bit of your mental energy. Aim to have only the tabs you need for your current task. Next, silence non-essential notifications.
Every buzz, ding, and pop-up is an interruption that shatters your focus and pulls you out of the moment.
Be ruthless.
Do you really need to know instantly when someone likes your photo?
Reclaim your attention.
Finally, regularly clean your desktop and digital files. A cluttered screen leads to a cluttered mind.
Organize files into clear folders and delete what you no longer need.
A clean digital dojo creates a calm and focused mind.
This principle of decluttering extends beyond just your desktop.
The core idea is that minimal inputs lead to maximum output.
In our information-saturated world, we are constantly consuming.
We're scrolling feeds, listening to podcasts, and reading articles, often all at once.
This constant stream of input overloads our cognitive capacity,
leaving very little bandwidth for deep thinking, creativity, and actual work. The Zen approach is to be intentional and minimalist with your inputs.
Simplify the tools you use. You probably don't need 10 different productivity apps.
1 or 2 good ones will do. Unsubscribe from newsletters you never read. Unfollow accounts that don't add real value to your life.
Be a gatekeeper of your own mind. Protect your mental bandwidth as your most precious resource.
When you reduce the noise coming in, you amplify the clarity and power of what you produce. So, how do you put this all into practice?
The beauty of these principles is that you don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. The journey begins with a single step. Applying just one Zen habit can begin to transform your entire workflow and your state of mind. Maybe you start with the 5-minute focus challenge every morning.
Or maybe you decide to take 2 intentional 5-minute breaks in the afternoon. Perhaps your first step is to turn off all notifications on your phone for 1 hour each day.
Choose one practice that resonates with you and commit to it. Notice the effect it has on your focus, your stress levels, and the quality of your work. As you feel the benefits, you can slowly and naturally start to incorporate others.
This isn't another thing to add to your to-do list. It's a way of being that simplifies everything.
It's about creating an upward spiral of calm, clarity, and effective action. If you're ready to escape burnout and build effortless focus, start applying one Zen principle today. Comment below with your first step. Will it be single tasking, taking intentional pauses, or decluttering your digital dojo? And if you want more ancient wisdom fused with modern performance to help you work smarter, not harder, make sure you subscribe and keep growing with Mobility Method. Thanks for watching.